good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We are now at the hotel. I've got this thing of just randomly just panning to make her laugh. At the hotel, we found out that we're also at the Van Gogh Museum, which was interesting. We've also had we've been in the room once, pre-warning you, so it's going to be a little bit more homely, I suppose is the word, than if we just walked in at random. This is going to be like a bit of a room tour. We also found out in our room that we have the Van Gogh Museum. Look at that teamwork.
Oh, sugar. It's me every time. It's my suitcase.
Your suitcase?
It's my suitcase.
It's down there.
With all my rubbish in. So it's me necessarily me. Okay, home.
Doesn't sound like you. We have a bit of the this part of the exhibition in the Van Gogh is centred around.
This was my current mood this morning.
All right, there you are.
That was my mood this morning.
That was your mood this morning.
Wow, and this afternoon because we didn't know if this place even existed.
Right, so I'll give you a room tour and then we'll go through the dramas of the day. We have a double bed. It was going to be a twin room of two singles, and then when we walked in, the bloke was like, "Do you just want a double bed?" I was like, "Yeah, if you've got one." It's a nice big bed. It's quite a nice soft bed, which is quite. I don't know. I've never been abroad, so I don't know what to expect, obviously. But I didn't expect it to be soft. I don't know. It's a weird thing to say. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't expect it to be soft. I can't get my coat off with one arm. I got it.
Okay.
I want to hang my coat up somewhere, but I'm just going to dump it for a sec because I'm recording. We have a non-branded, non-branded TV.
There's a chair, so I'm just going to
Okay. Lauren has discovered the secret area. So I'll give you as we walked in, I saw this. So there's a cupboard here, a bathroom here, the bed here, and a secret area, which I've never ever seen in a hotel. I've never seen a secret area. So we will venture into into said secret area, where Lauren has hidden her coat. Which is literally, I thought there'd be like a cupboard in here or something. There's nothing. It's just like a radiator. So if we're cold, we have to come into this corner.
Well, if I'm cold, I'm just going to use you.
Oh, brilliant.
My little cuddle buddy.
I didn't know it was going to be warm. You're going to freeze me first. I don't know if I'm going to be able to warm you up. We've got quite a nice view. Oh, we can see the water from here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. The lights over there are reflecting off it. We can actually see water from here. So the whole time we've been here, it's been dark. We've not actually seen it in the light yet. Not the room, obviously, the outdoors bit. So we can only just about see things. Can you hurry up?
I'm sorry, I'm taking.
Can you hurry up? I haven't shown them the bathroom, so we're going to the bathroom, and then we will discuss the day we have had, which has been okay. It's behind you. The bathroom is actually huge. I was surprised. There's a little step that will always catch me out. At like 6 o'clock in the morning or like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to need the toilet. I'm going to go to the toilet and I'm going to fall over. So that's going to wake me up at least. Shower's pretty big, which is handy because I'm a huge man. It even came with body and hair wash. I mean, they thought of everything. You've got to give them that. I think they come. Does it come out? It comes out, so we can steal it. We can steal it. I wasn't sure if that was a possibility. That one comes out, yeah. So we can steal those. I've got like loads of different soaps and stuff that I usually steal from. It smells manly. I can steal it. You'll have to leave it and I can steal it.
Smells manly.
I don't steal towels or anything like that, but we could. I can't now. I've just told you I might steal the towels, so...
Oh no, that's not a doorbell. That's two beds pushed together.
Oh, it is two beds pushed together. We just didn't need to do the work. Move that. No, need to actually show that it is two beds pushed together. Is it 100% two beds? Oh, you know what they've done? What? They've pushed two beds together and put a double mattress on top of it. So now we don't. There's definitely no gap we're going to fall through. But if there's an earthquake, the beds would separate.
Earthquake. There's not a bathtub.
How did you get from earthquake to bathtub? Oh yeah.
Apparently.
Has anyone ever heard of that before? Is that just you?
No. I don't.
I've been told to get under desks. They gave us a desk. You've been told to get in a bath.
I'm sure it's a bath.
I've never heard bath. Of the 3 people that watch this, you being one of them, can anyone else confirm bath?
When everybody says earthquake, I always think of the grandpa of Freaky Friday. He goes, earthquake!
Earthquake!
And the Chinese room just shakes.
Yeah, and
Earthquake!
I know what film you're talking about. I'm with you. Right. So, do you want to explain this, or shall I, or shall
There's
we?
a crack in the ceiling.
There's a crack in the seat. Right.
So if that
2
goes
stars.
in, like, we're sort of like
2 stars.
screwed.
I don't care now. 2 stars. 2 stars maximum.
Oh, my neck hurts.
It's not even a minimum. Right. So, we have tickets to Anne Frank. I've probably mentioned this. We have tomorrow. I hate that musical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for stopping.
Tomorrow.
Right. So, do you want to go through the traumas of the day? Or shall? They, fucking, if you'd been on the fucking bus with her, you thought they were traumas. I thought the blooming world was going to end. Oh God, this mattress. Right, so I'm currently sat straight, and like my body is bent in half. Like it's such a weird mattress. It's going to be really nice to sleep on because your body's your body's sort of like, what's the word?
I think it's memory foam.
I think it might be. Your body's sort of like what's the word I'm trying to use?
I don't know.
We're even. It's flat, so my body's completely flat, so the mattress isn't going to cave in. But then when I get up in the morning, I'm going to sink down into the middle of the bed.
Muddy's the bloody bed.
No, what's muddy on me? What the?
That's you.
What the hell is on me? You know what it is? It's my jeans.
It's not your sock.
It's my jeans and my socks because of walking through. We walked through Vondel Park, which is literally when I was pointing at the water. There's like a little park just outside of us.
Lucky pup.
I'll take them off. Don't worry about it. I've got long johns on. I'm not stripping on the vlog.
So you even left your pube?
I even left a pube. Ah, I'm sharing with everyone.
You have a pube. Your first pube.
My first pube.
You grew a pube. You're
I did it.
finally a man.
I did it. Do you know what it was? All the stress of today's made me grow a pube.
You're
Right.
finally a man.
Do you want to explain, or do you want me to?
I don't know what I'm explaining.
What happened today and why it was a stress? I start, you finish.
Yes.
Alright.
That's usually the case. But
And every time I say that, she says it's untrue. Right, so this is the first time you've been on these videos, and you've been the most open about anything ever. Right, so.
have you kept your socks on?
No, because they were dirty.
One pair of
I
socks.
feel like I'm wearing tights. Shall we? Look, I'm wearing tights. I feel like a little ballet dancer. So, we get up in the morning, obviously.
I've got double chin when I
Feeling
sit like
fine.
that.
For fuck's sake. Get up in the morning. Everything goes quite well. Everything seems to be going swimmingly. There was a bit of an issue on the motorway, but that was cleared up by the time we were ready to leave, which was good. So then we get to the airport. We go through security, which you were very nervous about.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of security.
So we did security. That was fine. Went for
No,
something.
it wasn't, because you got stopped.
What did I
When
say?
we went through security, you got stopped and you
What,
had to
'cause I was
stand on
wearing
that
a belt?
box thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I was about.
It was to check to see if you got any drugs.
You know
I
me.
think.
You know me.
You'd been snorting.
Clearly,
You naughty
looking at
boy.
me, looking at the look on my
You
face.
naughty boy.
I was
If
high as a
they'd
kite.
found drugs on you, you were going to the cleaners. You naughty, naughty boy.
Apparently, I need to. We need to set these flicking cleaners
Wow.
now. Look. So yeah, I got stopped because I'm high as a kite before we even got here, and then we got here and we've been high ever since. Not literally. We will get to that though. Just elbow me. It's fine.
Sorry.
So we got through security and stuff like that. Went for a drink. Thought everything was fine.
It was.
Heard the call for our flight, and Lauren goes, "We've got ages. Come on, we'll go and have some food." And she buys hers, has her warmed up. I bought a sandwich, and as I'm coming back with my sandwich, she's like rushing all her sandwich in a bag. What was going on? Yeah, they've just given us a final call. We're going to miss our flight. So then we run from where we're eating to another area we could have ate in. There was like a second area that had loads of food areas that I didn't know about.
To
And
be
we were
fair,
like,
I didn't know. I've never departed from that part before.
no. So like we were like we could have just ate here. We would have been 2 minutes away from the gate. Not to worry. We weren't the last one on the bus though. So there is that.
No, we were okay.
Got on the plane. First ever time I've flown. Which is you saw like the wing and stuff, and then they were like, yeah, turn off your mobile devices and stuff like that. So I turned the camera off just to be safe, so I didn't get told off or anything. that was fine. My ears are still currently popping. This one, it still needs to pop a little bit more, which is brilliant. Like, you're fine. Everyone else getting off the plane seemed to be fine. I was deaf. Like, I couldn't hear anything getting off that plane. We got off the plane. We walked around the airport. Just thought we'll have a look, see what's here. There was H&M. They were like proper. Like, there was a Pandora. There were some actual shops. Some nice little shops we went
Probably
into.
get a bike thing.
A bike thing.
A bike.
Oh, a bike Pandora charm. Because she's got her Pandora bracelet there, and she gets different ones from different trips. So, we wanted to get one that was exclusive Amsterdam-ish thing. We looked at what we're going to have for breakfast because our flight flight Friday is very early, so we're looking for breakfast and stuff like this. Then we decided to, as I said it when we walked, an egg on your head.
Yeah, from yesterday.
From when I punched you in the head.
You cruel man.
So as I put it, as we walked out the doors from the airport, I said, let's actually officially enter Amsterdam. Like, I know we've been in the airport for like an hour now, walking around shops and stuff like that, but this is our first glimpse, proper walk around Amsterdam. And the first thing we're greeted with is two blokes accosting us straight away, getting our taxi. It's going to cost you €40. And straight away I went, fuck, €40, shit, no way.
Yeah.
And then when we got to the hotel, we found out it was €40 no matter what, because of how far it was. Which is fine. We tried to find a bus, and I said, if we can find a bus that gets us close, like, and we have
was halfway there.
Halfway there, you were halfway there.
Yeah, we've got 2 numbers out of the 3.
We'll get there. So I was like, if we can find a bus, that'd be brilliant. And it was €5 for a bus, so €10 for the two of us instead of 40. I'm looking at all the bus stops. They range from like 180 to like 310.
No, there was one that was like 90.
Yeah, so that's what I mean,
90.
180 to 310. Like every number in between.
No, it's in the number 90.
Oh, was there a 90?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a 69 as well.
Yeah, there was.
Now I'm thinking about it, I've seen that. So there was 2 random numbers and the rest were like 180.
I wonder where that one was going. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm so immature.
You're gonna have to. This channel's always been PG, and now you've ruined it in one glimpse.
Everybody would have thought the 69 bus would have gone somewhere. Everybody knows what Amsterdam's really for.
So anyway, we're
That
looking
was
for
just something I had to say. I'm sorry, I'm really immature.
we had to look for a bus. We're looking round, and Lauren is stood there, and she goes, "It's definitely 17 something. I've got this fee. I've read it somewhere. It's 17 something." We're looking around for a good 20 minutes, and she said, "Just ask someone." So I went over and asked someone, and they said, "Yeah, it's 197." I've got 2 numbers right, is what she comes back with. 2 of the 3 numbers, not in the right order. Like, it turns out what she was looking at was buses for Anne Frank's house. So we got on, and we're asking the bloke, "Mate, look, we don't know where we're going. We want to get to Vondel Park, which is right outside our hotel." And he said, "Yeah, you're listening out for this exact stop." That didn't get said. I did not hear that.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it get said at all.
To be fair, though, I didn't really know what I was meant to be listening for.
No. So we went past the Olympic Stadium, which we're definitely going back to. We'll try and record that when we get there. And when we got to the Olympic Stadium stop, I was like, "This is where we looked at another hotel before booking this one."
To be fair, though, we should have just got off at the Olympic Stadium.
We tempted it. We were tempted to get off the Olympic Stadium, and then we just didn't.
I do want to go
because
back,
we were stupid. Yeah, we'll try to. So we were going to get off there. We didn't get off there because that was where we looked at 2 hotels, and that was where the original hotel was. We were going to book, and then we ended up booking this one. So we were going to get off there. Didn't. Ended up near Van Gogh Museum, which was the opposite side of the place, like to where we should be. And I was like, somehow we've driven past it.
There was a park around there, and that was beautiful.
That was a beautiful park. We'll see if we can get there when we go. We're hopefully going to a light festival tomorrow. So we might try.
No, we're going after Van Gogh on Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. We're going Wednesday.
So we can go around there.
Okay. So yeah, we get off the bus, a half an hour walk away from the actual hotel through a big park, which was actually really nice and scenic and stuff. And then when we got here, which on the bus, when we're getting on the bus, someone decides to have a meltdown and decides to question if the hotel even exists. and then blames me for panicking the whole time before we'd even got on the plane. So it's my first flight. I've never done anything like flying wise and stuff like this. So I was worried about all these different things, mostly about the security. I didn't know how that was going to work. Like if I go to a club, I look nothing like my photo in my like passport and ID and stuff like that. So they end up double checking me, checking all my information, patting me down and stuff like this. So you decided to tell me that they're very prone to do that as well at an airport.
Yeah, my dad got completely stripped, like, to his pants when we went to America.
So like
because of a piece of metal he's got in his leg.
So
that
like
they couldn't see. So basically somebody in customs in America was like, that man looks suspicious, he's got a walking stick, we'll pat him down.
And that could have well and truly been me.
He was in a glass box, like, down to his pants in front of the nation of, I think it was America?
The nation of America.
I don't know. It was a long haul flight.
I don't know where we were.
It was a blur.
It's all a blur. We got off the plane in America, but who knows where we were.
I just want to go to Disneyland.
So yeah.
Get me to Mickey Mouse now.
Anyway, this video is going
to meet Mickey Mouse.
This video is going to be 40-minute long because I'm not going to cut any of this shit out.
Yeah, but they could hear me waffling about Mickey Mouse.
Speaking of waffles, we're in Dutch.
I know.
Dutch country.
We're in Dutch. We're in Dutch. No, my darling. We are in Holland right now. We are in the Netherlands, not Dutch.
I think he's going to say Dutchland.
Dutchland.
And then people can say that's Germany because I think I mean Deutschland.
Deutsch.
Anyway.
Dalk.
Dirk. We're on this bus, and I said to her, at least we haven't spent €40. Even if we just get, which is where we ended up getting off. Even if we get off.
I don't think we're ever going to be spending those €40 on a taxi.
No, because then when we got to the hotel, the bloke convinced us not to get a taxi when I asked him to book a taxi for us. Yeah, so we were like, I said, at least we haven't paid €40 for the taxi. Because I thought it could be just like a scam. Like, come on, get him a taxi, €40.
To be fair though, like looking back on it now, I don't think I would have wanted to get in the taxi with that man anyway.
No, he was a bit forward. He was a bit crazy. He was a bit crazy.
Yeah, he was like, "Ooh, look, I can kidnap them."
Those are clearly English. Let's get them in my taxi. You can smoke in my taxi. He was like proper up for smoking in his taxi.
It was a bit weird.
He was.
Can you imagine the headlines? 2 Brits kidnapped in Amsterdam.
One thought missing, another thought dead.
Yeah.
So they probably wouldn't even give a damn that I'm missing. No. They'd be like, "Where's the blonde one?"
Which one's the blonde one?
Oh, I'm going to take offence to that. Anyway, we'll never finish this story if you keep interrupting me.
Sorry.
This is why I do videos on my own.
I'm just a hindrance.
Pretty right, so I'll just stand like this instead. So when we get on the bus, I'm like, at least we didn't pay €40 for the taxi. And then you decide to have a meltdown of, are we going to get off in the right place? Is the hotel real? Because when we were looking for the hotel, where we were planning to get off...
You made me question it.
Because we were planning to get off by another hotel. And I said, if you look from that hotel to the hotel we're going to get to, how far is it? And it came up with 3 different ones in the same hotel name. So then we started panicking if we were even getting the right hotel. Then I wasn't sure if we were looking at the right hotel to begin with when we were booking the hotel. Had we been looking at the right one since? And stuff. We just had a bit of a nightmare. Then we ended up getting off in the city centre instead of outskirts. So we were half an hour away from here and walked through a park, which was there was an adventure climbing thing. We're going to go in the day so we can like see it properly. It was like a climbing frame thing.
Yeah.
Like it was like you described it as Go Ape, but for free.
Yeah.
Like you could just climb it whenever you wanted to. It was weird. It was weird to see. So we are going to try and film it to see if it's there again. Like
we could probably go tomorrow.
We'll try and do that tomorrow
if we're not up late.
Yeah. And then we got here and we're telling the bloke, we're like, transfers, can we do transfers? And he said, how did you get here? And I said, well, we got the bus. And he was like, okay, where did you get off? And I said, like, town centre. And he was like, you've walked a long way. We're like, well, we knew we'd walked half an hour. Half an hour is nothing, really. We walk half an hour a lot to get to and from train stations and stuff, just because that's the nature of where we live in the hometowns and stuff. So half an hour walk's nothing, really. But he was like, you've walked a long way. And then when he pointed it out on the map, we got off like over here, and the bus stop also stopped here, and the hotel was like there. So like we got off miles away from where we should have got off. And when we said, yeah, can you book us a taxi? He was like, just get that exact train again. that exact bus
we
again.
should, like, get the same bus, and then he said about the trams and
The
stuff.
trams, and he's going to give us like
Number 2
tram that will get us into the centre and stuff like that. So he's talked us out of spending €40 as well, which is brilliant.
He was actually really helpful.
He's really helpful. The hotel's really nice. We've not actually met, apart from that one person when we went for food, we've not actually met a rude person. A nasty, don't really care about your person. So when we got to the hotel, we put all our stuff in here. We're nearly finished, I promise. Put all our stuff in here, went for something to eat, walked into an Italian place. The door was open, it said open on the door, and we walked in. There was customers in there eating. He was like, yeah, we've closed. And I was like, do you want to change your sign then? Like, so we know that. So we've come all the way to Holland, ready to try. I want to try new foods. I'm ready to try all these new things. And what did we have for dinner?
We had sweet and sour chicken noodles. But I must admit, they were the best sweet and sour chicken noodles I've ever had.
They were very, very good.
I've had ones before and they're like really, really greasy. Like, they were in no way, shape or form greasy at all.
I said to you after we finished the night...
my mum will love this. Like, there was actual fruit salad on top with the cherry.
Cherries, like pineapples. Like, I said this to you when we were sat there.
My mum would have, like, had a field day.
Yeah. When we were sat there, I said to you at the time, I was like, I feel healthier for eating here than I ever have when I've eaten in one of these Chinese boxes before. So we came all the way here to eat Chinese food.
To be fair, though, I would go there again.
Yeah. Like where we are is really good for food and stuff. There's quite a few cafes and stuff like that.
To be fair, though, quite a few people have said, "Oh, you're quite a way out." Like in fact, they were a little bit negative about how far out we were.
Yeah.
And, like, I think in actual fact, we're not really. We've done really well. Like I think we've picked a really good sort of area to stay in.
I'd stop it. We haven't slept yet here, but I'd stop in this hotel again. Even this is a really nice room. It's nicely located.
Yeah.
And stuff. Maybe I think the other hotel we were looking at was quite far out.
Further.
Possibly, it's further than this. But I'd look at booking that maybe even, because that was quite nice. We are planning to come back, if you can't even tell. Now we're talking about our own personal lives. But yeah, it's been considering our first day has been travel and just eat and travel, we've had a good day.
We've done quite a bit of walking.
So tomorrow we're going to Anne Frank. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go around Vondelpark.
Mm-hmm. City centre. We'll do a bit of looking. We'll do
a bit of shopping. We might end up getting the camera out for a little bit like that.
I want to get the camera out for Anne Frank, definitely.
Yes. I mean, like walking around in public.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if I'll walk around in public with the camera. I've had that conversation with you before. I had that conversation with you earlier. How uncomfortable it makes me sometimes. I nearly got it out when we went round Vondelpark earlier. Decided not to. Down the canals and stuff. But it's really dark. Like, there's not many street lights, I've noticed.
Yeah,
like
especially around Vondelpark.
Yeah, so like you can't really. We could have got the camera out, but you would have just seen this. Like, it would have been pointless. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little update and your first meeting of probably the most talkative person you've met on this channel since I came along, which is not going to be good because every video will be an hour long now.
Sorry.
So we hope you've enjoyed this, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the videos we do for this tour, and we'll see you again in the next one.